Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy LOZA once again. So looking at my Gargomon slash Terriermon deck for EX2. Now, I've been testing this deck mainly against some of the meta stuff, and it does pretty well. It honestly did better than I thought, especially since Gallenmon and Bezelmon and Renamon. Pretty much every other deck from EX2 is better than Terriermon, I want to say. But we are very lucky because we do have this Golden Rapidmon, which does carry us very hard. But let's talk about the card by card. But before we do that, I'd just like to say Imperial still gives this deck a very hard time. But I mean, Imperial is giving every deck a hard time. And I would say Mustaemon. But I've found great success against like Blackwall Greymon and X-Antibody so far, which are two meta-ish decks that will be around. So that's really cool. Against Armor Rush, Rapidmon really does defeat them as well. So it's really just Imperial and Mustaemon where I'm struggling right now, because they kind of just out-resource us, or Imperial rush us down too quick. Anyway, let's do the card by card. You got to play 5 babies because it's green. I've never really seen a green list without 5 babies because we play Mimi normally. Mimi is just phenomenal, so we'll get to her later. But yeah, 4 Gummymon because it's our new green baby, and it's actually probably the best baby going forward because you draw every time you suspend something. And hey, that's green's theme. So I love that Gummymon's going to be in everyone's decks because Terriermon's my favorite and its Lion's my favorite, so that's really cool. This should be the alt art, by the way, but I don't know, I put the regular one, but that's fine. We like the regular one too, it's very cute. 1 Gargomon just because I think it's probably the best of the other babies. Getting that extra memory can be really nice. Or you could play Minomon or something else, it doesn't really matter. It's just your unlucky baby, right? So the memory blocker, you gotta play 4 of this. You can play a 2-drop if you want, or you can play something else in this slot, like Betamon or something, if you want to play like more search. I just went with a 2-drop because I really like just cucking people on memory and 2-drops and stuff. But yeah, you can definitely swap this spot out, but I think the 12 Terriermon are mandatory. We've got the Terriermon. This always hits now, by the way. This card is so much better now. Before, I really found it hard to get full value on this card, but now that I play the entire line, it's much easier to, you know, resolve the effect. Now, I could have played the whole line before, but the line sucked before, let's be real. The new line is much better, so we'll get into that very soon. So we've got the new Terriermon here. Let's actually go for a bit of a scroll. The new Terriermon here, this is the one you want to put on the stack. It does have a effect on the field as well, and that's just if you play a green tamer, gain a memory. That's a really good effect, by the way. But the inheritable effect is really good too. It's just gain 2k if you suspend something. So normally the one you're going to want to stick on that stack. Otherwise, you normally put the memory one on the stack, and you want to hard play the searcher one, of course. Next, we have our cheap evolution Gargomon. I rate this one so much higher than the other one. Now, you might be wondering why. I know that this one has a good inheritable, and it's 2 to evolve, and it says when you would digivolve into, while you have a green tamer, reduce the cost by 1. But that's going from Gargomon to a level 5, and you'll notice green, a lot of our level 5s are free anyway because you suspend, Digizorb or whatever. So it's like, that effect's not that good unless you're going into Rapidmon. But if you're building on the stack, you can't use that effect anyway. So it's kind of redundant. I feel this effect barely ever matters. Yeah, it comes up every now and then, right? But the inheritable is the main thing here. And it's a good inheritable. Plus 2k if you suspend something. Same as the Terrier. It's cool. But I find the Gargo, 1 to Digivolve, so much cheaper and better, and like just nicer. And then, yeah, it gains 1,000 for each suspended. It's a little less, but it doesn't have to suspend on that turn, which I really like. So I actually think this one's way better. And plus 1 to Digivolve is insane. In green, we always want to memory starve people. So turn 1, you just want to drop this Terriermon on the stack, this Gargomon on the stack, pass with 1 memory. Like, that's your best turn 1 in my opinion. You can also set up a tamer, but hey, I like cucking people at 1 memory. We've got the hybrid for game. You don't have to do these. I just think if you're playing a deck, you play tamers, play a hybrid or 2. Literally just play 1 or 2. It's fine. But you could definitely sub that out. And yeah, we spoke about this Gargomon. Very nice art, but yeah, I just don't think it's that good a card. But once again, we're filling our deck with Gargos and Rapids so that our Searcher Terriermon always hits. And, you know, we are a Terriermon deck, so you want to see it. This Rapidmon's insane. I don't think I need to talk about this. This is the best card we've received. Like, it's so freaking good. I love it. I freaking love it. I do wish our Mega Gargomon was a little better, but it's still pretty good. We'll get to our other boss in a moment, but sometimes you just sit on this. You don't need to go to an ultimate if you sit on that Rapidmon, honestly. Alright, so we've got the 1 Argo, the Triple Blossom. These are pretty much the same card, let's be real. You could play a 4th of this if you wanted to say, like, I don't know, maybe cut one of the champions, or maybe even the Nidhogg. Oh, crap, I lost Nidhogg now. Alright, so Nidhogg's back now. But yeah, I've found a lineup of 8 level 5s is normally the way to go. This Rapidmon's actually very good. At first, I was thinking of playing like maybe 2 or 3, and playing even the other one, the Digivolves for 2, but that one really sucks. Like, Digivolving for 2 is cool, but like, these are either free, or this one, when Digivolving, if you have a green tamer up, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Fantastic. We normally will have a green tamer up. You can see I've got a lot of tamers that we're coming up to, so that's actually very easy to fulfill. And also the inheritable to gain a security, oh, it's very nice. Very nice. You do have to tap them on that turn, but I still think it's worth it. So yeah, I still think this is the best Rapidmon, but this one's nice too. I dig this one. Getting on to the level 6s or the Megas, the new Mega Gargomon is sensational. I thought Digivolving for 5 would be trash, but it's actually pretty worth it because for each green tamer you have in play, suspend one of their Digimon and they don't unsuspend. That's really big. I know Jogress and DNA get around that, but it's still a really big effect because obviously it comes back to our turn, something's still tapped, all of our effects can go off because things are tapped and whatnot. But yeah, it's really cool. When attacking as well, you get to return something to the hand. Having removal in the form of a bounce you could argue is not as good as destruction, but it can be good as well. You could argue that that's a very blue effect on this card, but I really dig it. I think it's very nice. We kind of needed some removal besides Rapidmon, so it's good to have that high-end removal. It's not quite Nidhogg's level, that's why I do have the one Nidhogg here, just in case like you're really behind, this can bring you back in the game. But Mega Gargomon's really good for like tempo. Like if your opponent's got 1 or 2 Digimon out, you're fine to play this. If you got 1 or 2 Tamers out, great, tap them. The sad thing is you pass turn a lot with this because it is 5 memory. That's why I think this could have been 4 and it would still be okay, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just me being a bit greedy. But yeah, I really do like that you can reduce the cost of this with the Willis though. That is very nice. Definitely comes up a couple of times. So yeah, let's get ahead on into the options and tamers. Just the hidden potential discovered, because I do feel between Rapidmon, both Rapidmons, yeah, that's it. Just both Rapidmons, Mega Gargomon, you have so many ways to tap your opponent's stuff. I honestly don't feel like you need to run like Needle Spray or Flower Cannon or anything. Just hidden potential for the sneaky. Sometimes you cheat into this just because it's really good. Sometimes you're going to want to cheat into Nidhogg or Mega Gargo, or even this Rapidmon sometimes. I do like hidden potential discovered, especially if you already have a Blossomon and you have like a 2-drop. You can essentially like get your way up to, say, Mega Gargomon or Nidhogg with like 1 memory. Pretty insane. It's pretty insane. So yeah, hidden potential, very good. You got to play it. Mimi. Now, I know we have Henry, who's the memory setter for Terriermon, but he's actually kind of lackluster. So I like to have a mix of 3 Mimi, 2 Henry. Though you could probably do like 2 and 2 or like 2 and 3 and 1 or whatever. God damn it, I keep deleting cards. You could do a 2 and 2, like a 3 and 1, or like whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. I just think Mimi's the better tamer. She's more generic. Once you hit your level 5s, Mimi becomes just so oppressive. We all know how to use Mimi, right? As soon as you get that level 5 out, like Mimi's phenomenal. And Henry is okay. Like, when you attack with a Gargo or Rapid, you can suspend this tamer suspended Digimon. It'd be nice if you could redirect the attack then. I wish it just had that additional line so you could redirect. But when you declare your attack, you have to say where you're attacking. So I don't think that effect is the worst, but it's just, it could have used a little fine-tuning. Still pretty good card, pretty good effect. But yeah, it means you have to have 2 Digimon out, right? You need to attack with a Gargo. I tap this, but I have to swing at something else. And then your next Digimon can hit whatever you want it to hit. So it's a little awkward, I find, sometimes. But it's still a pretty good effect. And it is a memory setter, and we do love to see that. Willis, I was playing a bunch of Willis in my previous builds. I was playing 4. I think 3 is absolutely fine. So I went with 3. Just because I was finding you don't need the 4th. Like, by the time you see the 3rd or 4th, you don't need any more. Like, the eggs are all gone. But what's really cool is you can obviously reduce the cost of your Rapidmon. So sometimes, even though Blossom and Argo are free, sometimes your Rapid can be free because of you have like 2 or 3 Willises out. Or it's like 1, you know, so that's really good. Or you Digivolve on this Gargomon into this Rapidmon, and you have 2 Willises out, right? That's free. It's great. And then Mega Gargomon being a 5 can be reduced by Willis, which is really nice. Obviously, hidden potential as well. So I really do like all those little instances where Willis just really helps make the deck feel green and cheap, because that's exactly what we want. Finishing off, we have 2 Izzy Azumi, mainly here because it's a 2-drop, so once again, very nice to pass the turn with early. It's also like a setup card that gets you, it nets you more memory, because we're always going to be tapping stuff. Plus, we've got so many tamers here, so I think you know why I'm playing the 2 hybrids now. But you can see that we need a tamer to do nearly everything in this deck, right? For Rapidmon to suspend something, you need a tamer. For this Rapidmon to do anything, both Rapidmons need tamers. Mega Gargomon needs tamers. And luckily, this Terriermon, when you play a tamer, you can gain a memory. So there is this synergy here where we need to be playing tamers. So why not play a card that can help you swing for game on top of a tamer as well? So you're normally going to see a tamer because you'll notice we have a lineup of 10 tamers. At least a couple will be in security, at least 1 I want to say, and you'll at least open 1 most of the time, which is is exactly what you want to see, because essentially you want to be searching early game to find Rapidmon to nuke your opponent's early game field, and you just need 1 or 2 tamers up for that to be good. Sometimes they'll just swing in your security and not die, and then Rapidmon can finish the job and just nuke them for free. It's great. But apart from that, we're always trying to build up into this Mega Gargomon just to tap the opponent's entire board. Now, sometimes, yeah, you'll be behind, so you go for Nidhogg. Other games, you can honestly just Rookie Rush them down with Rapidmon and your onslaught of Terriermons. I really like this deck, and the extra security from this Rapidmon right here can definitely come up to make your Mega Gargomon a very strong boy. I don't feel the need to play any level 7s, but if you wanted to, there's definitely an option to do that. Especially because this gives security +1, and it doesn't have any restrictions on it, so you could literally put Chaosmon over your Mega Gargomon after swinging, unsuspend, hit something with Piercing, and then check the rest of their security. That actually sounds pretty good. But I honestly find between Rapidmon and Mega Gargomon, you don't need many more boss monsters. All you need is like your little guys to go for game, like Arbomon, for example. So yeah, hybrid for game, very nice. Rapidmon and Mega Gargomon, also very nice. But yeah, that is the deck list, guys. I do hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you're going to play in your Terriermon Gargomon deck for EX2. I am really looking to try to win locals with this profile. I'll probably make changes along the way, and I'll inform you of those changes and probably make updates and whatnot. But yeah, really hoping to see a deck profile from me from topping locals with this bad boy. But yeah, please hit that subscribe and like if you love Terriermon 2, or if you're a D-Brigade fan, I love that too. And the third thing is Dark Magician and Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're into that, hit that subscribe, baby. Alright, that's all I got for you today. Have yourself a wonderful night. See ya.